Not tied to a current mission or encounter, so that was an encounter.
My eyes!
Grav jump spinning down.
There is no record of a star station in this
Look
orbit.
at those stars.
God damn it!
Something is not right.
There it is.
This one that I'm at?
Yeah.
Oh, so it spawns this.
So yeah, it could happen in any star system that doesn't have a mission attached to it, and that becomes unique to any player.
It's kind of cool. Should have not did it here.
This is Sirac from the Starfield Oracle. We are anomalous in readings. Member crew have been compromised. Do not repeat.
Ship is now
Not
docked.
board.
Perfect. Leave us flush the paint.
That was a fast loading screen.
Where's your 1911? Damn it.
Oh, we're free floating. Cool new mission. Time to loot things. Look, I can eat it off the ground. Gonna need those.
My left ear enjoys being breathed into randomly.
You ever wonder how humans might
Sure.
have developed differently had our homeworld had gravity this low?
Why is there so much money everywhere? Also, I feel like this flashlight is...
Fit. Oh. This is gonna be the same old. Same old. Yes, same old, same old.
Oh, it looks a little different. I guess not.
Did you catch me trying to play RE4 with the Elgato lag?
Negative.
I could not even hit the first guy, so eventually I just told Leon to let it happen, man. Let it happen.
You mean like how I did the shooting range through that kind of lag?
I cannot give up.
Yeah, I was like, I have newfound respect for Scribbles trying to do this.
What in the...
Hold on. You are strong. Concentrate. I'm trying, Sirac.
Shattering?
Become one of them. You have to get away from me. No, I will not leave you here. It's pointless. We share the space. This is our end. The great. No. No.
Great serpent's coming.
Happening. Sajirou, run. I can't stop it.
You gonna become a snake?
Oh, what the? How'd you come?
We are triumphant.
What happened?
That's a lot of money. Look how expensive that is.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
I see no one, and yet I can feel a presence. But how? I should be the last. Is someone there, or... Ah! My mind turns against me. I must return to engineering and make one last attempt to restore the power.
You gonna listen to that log?
What do I have these on me?
There are few of us left. While I spent my entire life in devotion to you, I find myself afraid of death, of what is to come. Perhaps we are the cliche, delving too deep into things better left unknown, paying the price for trying to glimpse too much. Forgive us our curiosity, our selfishness, our pride. We only wish to truly find you, but it seems we will still meet in the traditional way, in death.
Also, I have 280 FPS on the screen. What ammo is this? Light fuse. Oh no, I have to remember how to do this. I already can't.
$72 credits.
Found more on the dude. Okay, let's see that gun.
The standard Varun Star Shard.
Sounds fancy. Probably should have saved. Game actually looks really good now and runs alright. Kind of crazy. Oh! Alright, this ain't. My OP gun. Almost dead. I just tried to use bats. What the? Why are you not shooting at them? Are they not real? I don't remember. How do you use your, like, abilities? I don't remember.
No.
Your abilities are
What's that?
truly amazing.
A lot of shit to explore there.
So she was talking about a symbol. Probably the symbol of House Varun.
Some kind of schnick. Ma'am, your laser is scaring me.
Oh no. How dare you make more dialogue? I'm writing this in what may be my final moments before because Bashira thought it might ease my mind, but I believe this is an impossibility given the circumstances. After arguing with her for longer than I would like to, I admit here I am writing regardless. I believe I have come to accept my impending death. Perhaps my greater faith in the Great Serpent allows for this. My colleague Emerson has succumbed to his weakness and retreated to the crew quarters. You would think our chief of engineering would have a greater resolve. It is good thing I am no warden, only a lowly scientist. Unlike many, I have no friends or family that will miss me, and the feeling's mutual. My one regret is having bonitis, not having the chance to complete the path of redemption one last time because of my bonitis. Now that I have written some, I know for a fact that I feel no better. I will, however, take great pleasure in telling Bashira she was wrong after I die of bonitis.
These are expensive. Holy shit. Does less damage than my gun, though.
This is Iraq Vital.
Thank you, God.
Posting log. Something has gone horribly wrong. We were in orbit directly above Dazra, monitoring our current experiments when we experienced a sudden energy surge. I fear the source came from the city itself. It triggered our grav drive and jumped the Oracle to an unknown location. We thought members of the crew were somehow lost in the jump. But later, we were attacked by what I will refer to as vortex phantoms. I thought I recognized some of them. Could it be that the energy surge has somehow transformed them and warped their minds?
Alright, I'll be back. You have to read your own dialogue. Also, my heatsink is not properly screwed on.
What?
That could be a problem too. It's not the peep. I for the entire year I've had it. Those guys didn't properly screw it on. Two of the bolts are loose, and I don't know how to tighten it. So it's just sort of hovering on my CPU until I can figure out what the heck those screws are and how to screw them in.
All that for some good stuff. Yeah, we had though.
PC Bros, if you're listening to this stream and you hear a random person say that, it's your fault. Screw your CPU fans better. Thanks. And also, what kind of screw looks like an hourglass?
Here you go, punk. He didn't die.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Notice she's not said anything, and yet this is all about her people's stuff.
Well, she did say that there's a symbol that she noticed. She's like, this couldn't be. Alright, be back again.
Sirak Vital. Post-incident log. After the initial jump, areas of the Oracle have somehow been sectioned off by strange energy fields or barriers. The fields allow no one to pass and are somehow able to repel, almost teleport, the trespasser back. I am certain these new fields are related to the Vortex Phantoms. Both resonate with the same energy pattern. The exact same pattern we were studying for Anasco's experiments. Something happened in Dasra. And if the situation is bad here, I fear for our brethren in the city.
Bunch of pillows. It's saying to go this way, but I didn't find anything.
Maroon operations are always as self-sustaining as possible. We need to get past these crates somehow.
Ah.
Did they have anything of value?
The bathroom. This is a nice bathroom. What the hell?
Admission appears to have outweighed any considerations for privacy.
Sirak Vital. Post-incident log. The Oracle circle has continued to jump. It is completely out of our control. Not only that, but I believe the initial surge of energy we experienced is transformative. With each passing day, more of the crew succumb to whatever residual energy we were exposed to. Most are instantly hostile, but we discovered some are able to retain a sense of self. At least, momentarily.
Not another guy in here?
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
It's like in the ground. Oh shit.
There you are!
Okay.
Apparently, the type of screw that they used on my CPU fan is a screw used mostly in 1960s and 70s cars. I'm like, what? Is my car a hot rod? My computer a hot rod? So I have to buy a $10 bit set for a screwdriver. It's great.
Serpent. One of the power cells dislodged in the last jump. The gravity. Restoring the gravity may pull the cell into place. If I can get to the control room, if I can No! They're coming!
Now.
Groat milk.
Good old Groot.
I am Groot.
This is Sirach Vital. Post-incident log. I am one of the few remaining unaffected crew on the Oracle. Nadine, Basira, and Taras are the only others I was able to find. I fear it is just a matter of time before we succumb to this energy that is turning the others. How long will we last? And will my mind be strong enough to hold out when my time comes? Basira and I have programmed the Oracle to return to Varun Kai's orbit once it is able. All of our research will automatically be transmitted the moment we are within Dasra's range. I pray our work here was not in vain.
That's a lot of trash. Obviously, are we about to get sucked out?
These damn controls! Why will they not respond to me? Work, damn you!
Uh-oh.
Warning. Gravity procedure initiated. Please check your surroundings to ensure personal safety. Restoring gravity in 3, 2, 1.
What a wonderful smell you've discovered.
I wonder if that blocked that off since I did that, because that I assume you could have went through that. No, it's fine.
Power cell connected. Report to operations for system reboot.
The Vortex Phantoms. Where did they go? Something is wrong. No! Not now! I have to hold on!
To what do I owe? I am happy to help shoulder the load.
I know you're going through something over there, but what? She's full. They're worth so much money.
Yummy.
I am so fulfilled.
How you doing over there, buddy? Take it. Step on it.
Groot. Yeah. $307 over $280.
That's not good. I could just cheat and turn off stuff weighs anything. Those are options you're allowed to change now. Ooh.
Mainframe reboot initiated. Commencing protocol. Station lockdown completed. All major systems on standby. Mainframe reboot completed. Warning, station jump procedure initiated. Please check your surroundings to ensure personal safety. Jump in 3,
Raja?
2, 1. Execute.
I don't think, oh.
Jump completed. Station lockdown released. Initiating data transfer. Incoming transmission.
This is Dasra calling the Oracle Station. We've received your transmission. Your orders are to send a representative down here immediately. It appears we have much to discuss.
Poor Sirac. So close to seeing their efforts realized.
I can't just transfer from here. I can do this. Look at it. I can't transfer to it from here. God damn it.
Order.
Hopefully they got a shop.
Clamps released. Air pressure stable. Thrusters are a go. Ready.
Like I'm level 38. Good thing I beat the game at level 38. And I could start this right away.
Landing site is clear.
Whoa!
Let's hit that.
I still do not get it. Could you try explaining one more time?
I don't know how else I can explain it to you. All I'm saying is that I consider it a win if I can talk my way out of a fight, outwit my opponent.
You have the chance to prove yourself the superior combatant.
I need the
And
bathroom
you
real
do
quick.
not take it?
You are something else. You know that?
Alrighty. Surely they have a shop nearby.
Hold very
Oh.
still. And choose your words carefully. They will determine how long you live.
We are no threat to House Baroon, I promise you.
You have no right to be here. You will tell me how you found this place. But it was lost. All communication ceased. There was no sign of it.
We had feared as much, but it is good to know for certain.
Look at this guy.
Boris, I think we need not fear our guest. Perhaps, in this time of need, the Great Serpent has delivered us a gift.
Counselor, with due respect, we have not had unannounced visitors here in generations. It is a clear breach of security.
I do not disagree, and I know that security, in whatever small form we can grasp it, is of paramount importance. But you must acknowledge the timing is curious. And perhaps our guest's intent should be determined before we take further action. We received the automated transmission, but you are certainly not who we expected to find.
Great Serpent,
What's happening again?
hear me.
Speaker, we are here!
We have reached out to you to seek guidance in our hour of need. The gate in the Citadel has been opened just to seek you.
Nasco Baroon, what has happened?
Have I failed you? What is this place? Where am I? Why do you not show yourself? I strive only to follow your command. All must serve. Please, do not leave me in darkness. I seek only your wisdom, your guidance. Great Serpent, your children cry out to you. Will you not answer us?
Our leader, Nasco Baroon, he has appeared like this over and over. So many of our people have been trapped in this state, these vortex phantoms. But usually they are hostile and lash out. Nasco is different.
I want that guy's armor behind
If
him.
only we could hear his voice. Some reassurance that all is not lost. I am not able to go into detail. There was an experiment, an accident. Many of our people left in a similar state, while most are hostile. Nasco is... The Great Serpent spared him that fate. He's different. If only we could communicate with him. You could hear him. Despite the sightings, none have heard the word from Nasco in all this time, yet you claim to. Do not toy with me. Not about this. If you speak truth, you must prove it. What did he say? I, the Serpent.
He said that? I heard nothing. Given the gravity of the situation, surely there is no way you would joke about such a thing.
It is no joke. No outsider would know our creed. It is never uttered beyond this city. Truly, you did hear Nasco. You have been chosen.
You're the listener.
They call me the Giver. I'm gonna grow a big beard.
People of House Baroon, hear me.
People
We
of
have
House
asked the
Faroon,
Great
all
Serpent
5.
for deliverance from our calamity, and he has answered us.
I want your armor, buddy.
This outsider has been chosen as the most unlikely vessel
got
for
the thing
Great
that,
Serpent's divine provenance, and she
Isaac's
will
armor
help
has.
save us all.
Sorry.
Outsider, please. There is no denying you have been sent here as a sign. You must help us. But there are There are precepts that must be followed, principles that must be obeyed. Even in these dire circumstances, we cannot turn from Jinan Varun's teachings. You will be granted safe passage through Dazra and the lands beyond. No harm will come to you. On that, you have my word. You even
Gonna be an easy
have
DLC then.
assurance that your compatriot here will also remain unharmed. But to truly aid us, you must become part of House Varun. This is not a thing done lightly, and it cannot be taken back. Will you commit to helping us by becoming one of the promised?
Become a snakeman.
Well, efforts to do something, anything, about our current dilemma have fallen to political infighting. I believe your arrival, if nothing else, represents a sign from the Great Serpent himself that we must finally put aside our differences and work together. It must be ordained that you would appear before us now, able to hear the speaker when no one else can. Excellent. Please, come with me. Forgive me for not introducing myself. I am Malibor Dulkev, a member of the High Council of House Varun. I have been asked to represent the Council in this moment. Please, enter our city. You have my word that you will not be harmed. I would ask that until you have become promised, you avoid the citizens of Dazra. They are not used to outsiders.
How many
Open the
frames
gate.
is your home?
I must tell you what I revealed for now, but surely you saw the scaled citadel as you arrived. It
Talos.
was the center of an explosion of sorts that has annihilated most of our city. We have lost many of our brothers and sisters. I believe we are still in danger.
Counselor, what is the meaning of this?
Is there a problem, Makula?
The city is in shambles. The speaker is missing, and here you are leading some outsider through our sacred space? Why allow this husk to defile our city? Have we not lost enough?
Have faith. I believe this outsider was guided here by the Great Serpent himself. Soon, Serpent willing, they will be one of us. But I can be sure and
That's me.
pass your concerns on to the rest of the High Council, if you wish.
You do not belong
I
here.
apologize for the interruption. There is a ritual intended for converts to the Promised that has not been performed in generations. We are fortunate that there are those still alive who remember the old ways and have remained prepared for such a moment as this.
That's a big fucking candle. Where are you guys getting stuff to make candles?
Herald Inaza, I suspected we might find you here waiting.
I saw the ship landing. I knew immediately that I would be needed.
Indeed you are. This is Inaza Kaisir, Herald of the Serpent. She will guide you through the ritual. I am needed elsewhere, but I assure you that you are in good hands.
Yo, you're fit kind of fire.
So, the Great Serpent sends you to me. No husk that walk the Serpent's path. To enter this sacred cave, there is no turning back. You will be forever changed. This is a path you must walk of your own free will, alone. Will you step forward and emerge anointed, one of the promised?
If she says whatever you take with you right here, they know what the hell they're doing.
A lesson.
Damn it.
A test. A moment for the Great Serpent to reach out and fill you with something more than what you have been.
Ayo. I need a minute. I need to talk to my
Lifetimes
wife.
of
Let's see if she has
obedience
any
to
new
the
dialogue.
serpent. I shall remain awaiting your return.
We will speak again soon.
You need something, dearest?
Really? You have no dialogue for this.
You will think of me. I hope.
Going to this gun store on the map. Somehow. Look, a map. I guess we'll go to the repository and see if I can sell things there.
To think that the Great Serpent might sit.
Hello.
What? Your kind is unwelcome in Dasra.
Oh, I guess no one's gonna want to sell to
I
me.
do not speak with outsiders.
Ed.
The serpent slumbers awaiting your decision. Is it time? Then enter, and I shall guide you along the serpent's path. For this is a journey you must undertake alone. Your escort cannot follow.
Escort? Oh, she just fucking disappeared. It's a marker.
I will await you at the end of the serpent's path.
All right, Deborah Wilson.
Who's in here sweeping?
Before House Haroon, there were humans. First on Earth.
That's
then
literally
scattered
just the noise
among
from
the
76.
stars. And like all humans, they were lost souls, wandering in the dark, looking for a path.
Oh, it's literally got speakers in it for her to talk to me.
One particular colony ship housed several hundred of these souls. They were each alone and isolated, individual tiny flames that could be snuffed out at a moment's notice. But Jinangaru encountered the Great Serpent and was given the gift of knowledge. He shared his knowledge with those around him and lit the way for them. They followed his guidance and his light, and they cast aside the burdens of their former lives. And thus, House Maroon was born. Now you too have the chance to cast aside your burdens, to relieve yourself of anything that holds you back.
Does this mean like drop stuff?
Time to burn an item.
The people's hopes and fears and dreams were entrusted to the Great Serpent. They made the leap of faith that brought House Starfield to greatness. You may now follow in their footsteps and take that same leap. Embrace the Great Serpent, and he will embrace you.
Where's the Assassin's Creed sound? The eagle.
Am I supposed to make it or jump down?
Leap of faith.
Guess that's if you fall.
The people of House Starfield settled this world, at first in these very caves. Shinan Varun himself slept among them in these shelters. It was here that he spread the word of the serpent. It was here that the people of House Varun first understood the truth of their place in the universe.
Oh yeah, let me do some cooking.
And it was here that the people of House Varun first understood the truth of the shrouding. The Great Serpent's return. He will encircle the universe he created, and all those who do not follow will be cast into shadow. And the people weighed this knowledge against their former lives, and saw how they had been blessed despite the difficult new life that awaited them. You too would do well to feel that solace amidst the pain.
Newton's balls.
No, boy.
Antique videotape. Whoa! 1911, brother. Keep pressing the Pip-Boy button. Do I have an infection or do I have poisoning? This is a cool dartboard. Ah.
Until that day comes, we are the voice and the hands of the Great Serpent. Our every act a sacrifice to hasten his return.
What's that?
Make now a sacrifice to prove your devotion. And remember, whether in life or in death, all must serve.
Or Groot. Well, I had 3 meals a day for a couple of months. I'm good. Life
I've been
well
in there
spent.
for 1,000 years because this doesn't happen.
Let us begin the final ritual. While none since Jinan Varun have stood before the great serpent.
Oh no, what does this mean? You wanna look this up real quick? Is this like you're gonna get boosts in this thing?
You must select 2 effigies to place on the dais. 2 effigies you choose determine what the NPCs will call you throughout the quest line.
Hmm.
You have Reverent, Vindicator, the Armiger, the Adherent, the Harbinger, or the Diviner. Those are the titles.
Can all feel his presence. To solidify his bond, you are presented to simple choice.
So you took strength and what?
I don't know.
Are several items. They represent different aspects of House Varun's connection to the Great Serpent. Pick the 2 that call to you. Place them on the altars. Offerings to the Great Serpent that he may fill you with his spirit and make you promise.
So I can only place one?
Yeah, because there's another one. There's
Oh.
2 altars. Oh, so it matters what order you put them in, too. Based on the name. Alright.
Wife.
I am
And
glad
so
we have
God
you
damn it.
arise, one of the promised
having
of
trouble
House
maintaining my
Varun.
composure.
Did
Finding
you
myself
feel
in
the
Dasra
Great
has
Serpent
been
working within you?
overwhelming.
Do you feel born anew? Strength of will and obedience to the Great Serpent will guide you in the days to come and until the shrouding. I grant you the title of Armiger. All will know you. All will trust you. Above us, in the grand ship morning, jewel of the Varun fleet, the High Council awaits your arrival. Serve them. Serve the Great Serpent. All must serve.
After everything that we have been through recently, I worried I might never see this place again. For that I am grateful. If only this were just about me. The Great Serpent has always demanded much of us, as individuals, and as the whole of House Varun. But to see what has transpired here, it is hard to believe this is part of any plan. Truly, it is a disaster. I suppose that is true. Regardless, now that we are here, surely you must agree that we should do everything we can to help House Varun. And I appreciate that. It is an incredible commitment you have made to become one of the promised. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined such a thing. I suppose that is true. All the same, I am glad to count you among us. I know we have much to do.
Now we'll go
but
to
I just-
Space Snake
I
Heaven
did not
together.
want to leave it unsaid.
So that was their like biggest worry.
Thank you. I am grateful for our time together, always. If I can take a few things, I will.
Gracia's better than Sarah. Sarah just leaves you. She's like, we're gonna become metaphysical beings. I don't need you anymore. I'm gonna go this way. At least Andrasia stays with you. Because Serpent God.
I will be thinking about you.
To the gun store, Andrasia. Oh. My reward.
Hello, Armiger.
You would speak with me?
I ain't reading that. Some of my supply chains. And mass desertions. There's been discussion of eliminating the funding to maintain and preserve the Serpent's Path in the latest proposed budget. Finding surprising given the paltry amount requested and the significance of the location. Should be enough that the cave is a key piece of our shared heritage. Were it not for those caves, none of us would be here today. But if all goes to plan in the coming months, we may be able to thank the Great Serpent himself for a new wave of recruits to our cause. The Serpent's Path may yet again be needed for its original purpose. I'm confident that the Council will make the right decision. If the funding cannot be secured, I would be more than happy to personally take a look at the budget to see what areas might be trimmed.
They're literally talking about their god, and they're like, our budget can't cover God.
As per the Council's request, an assessment of Ministry of Commerce Operations. Ministry operations temporarily transferred to Halls of Healing in light of loss of both Halls of Authority and House Dokef residents. Emergency supply stores should have activated military and security personnel enlisted in protection and distribution of critical supplies, primarily medical and foodstuffs. Significant losses in both personnel and records have applied additional pressure to ministry operations. Hasmak Dulkef, anointed elder of House Dulkef, thus far limited engagement from day-to-day ministry activities.
Good to see you.
Ministry operations temporarily transferred to House Kaldic housing, which remained unaffected by the incident. Intelligence networks have been disrupted following the Citadel incident, as key personnel have been reassigned to urgent matters in Dazra. No anomalous reports have arrived from agents in the field. There is no indication the word of recent events have reached anyone off-world. One outside contact remains within Dazra found the incident. As instructed by the Council, usual protocols have been suspended, and he is allowed to live. Contact still not been gained with Oracle.
May the Great Serpent bless you.
Ministry operations temporarily transferred to Keep in light of loss of both Halls of Authority and House Vetal residents. Military security personnel recalled from many non-critical operations at the city in order to bolster coverage for Dazra. Ongoing threat assessment of phantom phenomenon. Tactics being adjusted to compensate. Additional security measures enacted in key locations as necessary. Significant operations underway to reassure public the incident was isolated and they will be safe. Increased note in public displays of opposition and defiance. Agitators have been detained or removed. Also, we don't have budget for God anymore.
Yeah, like we can't afford our religion.
Welcome, Armiger. You stand before what remains of the High Council, advisors to Nasco Varun. We are all that is left after the disaster that has befallen our people. I represent House Dulkef. Jamal is from House Kadik, and we are joined by Lok of House Vital.
Haska dick.
We are all of us hopeful that your arrival in Dazra and your clear connection to Anasko Varun, for the first time in weeks, represent some semblance of hope. I understand. Until you were one of us, we could not trust you.
By all means, Malabor. I can't wait to
Why are
see
you
how
right
you
here?
spin this.
Please, can we just for a moment...
Can we just for a moment what? Discuss whether or not to allow the first convert to House Varun since before any of us were born? A bit late on that, it seems.
You were not there. You did not see Anasko. It felt different. We have already wasted so much time...
You're correct. I was not there. Because you elected to travel to the spaceport on your own. And then decided this on your own.
Do not waste time with more bickering. Anasko, and by extension House Varun, suffers with every passing moment.
Of
Some
course,
good lip
Logan.
sync.
My apologies. Please, Malabor.
Yep.
Do go on.
Anasko Varun, like his father before him, has relied on the teachings of Jinan to guide us. Anasko wondered if perhaps it was time to seek guidance directly from the Great Serpent, and so sought a means of reaching out.
Perhaps he found the teachings inadequate.
Careful, Kadik. You tread on dangerous ground.
I mean nothing by it. We simply were never consulted on the matter and do not know the full motive.
The point is that a series of experiments have taken place over the years, utilizing grav drive technology to hopefully make direct contact with the Great Serpent, similar to Jinan Varun's initial meeting.
And then something went wrong.
We do not know what happened. We were not inside the Scaled
Rage is
Citadel at the
over.
time.
Had we been, we wouldn't be standing here now. We'd be like the rest of them.
A great tide of energy emanated from the Scaled Citadel and swept across Dazra. Much was destroyed in its wake. Those caught in the blast have been left in a state of confusion, trapped halfway between our universe and the Vortex. The Citadel itself remains in such a state. Right there and yet beyond our reach. We can only assume that the experiment is still running, somehow preventing us from entering the Citadel. We cannot get in, so we cannot stop it. We're beginning to lose hope before you arrived. Forgive me, I am no scientist, but as it has been explained to me, what we call the Vortex is the space between universes.
Excuse me.
It has only been a few weeks. There had been efforts to put together some kind of response, some plan. But they had fallen apart. Your arrival and your interaction with Anasko shows that he can still be saved. A plan had been devised to access the Citadel, but the work stalled. Clearly, it is time to move forward with it. The current head of our science team, Ekris, should be in Jinan Plaza down below us, towards the Citadel. Tell him about your experience with Anasko, and that work on the morning device must proceed.
Find out why the first Citadel crashed my PC. I had Discord open.
What, again?
It doesn't like Discord. No, it just doesn't like Discord open at all.
Did you
You
need
turn off Discord, it won't crash.
Think he's gonna watch through delay?
Well, I'm not playing the first Ascendant right now, so I don't really care. Well, yeah, apparently I can't have anything else running.
Scientists out at Hamadi Station.
The old married couple? Azad and Shireen, if I remember right. I've met them a few times. They seemed a little eccentric, but were otherwise quite nice.
That's them, yes. They're apparently looking for some help with their research. They made some kind of discovery that has them troubled.
Good luck finding help at a time like this.
Indeed. Yet the Serpent provides for the faithful, so who knows?
Nothing is truly impossible.
Side quest. Gun store!
Sorry, but you will have to get approval before you can buy any weapons from me.
What?
Apologies, but you're not clear to purchase from me yet.
Gotta buy into the next tier of serpent.
Serpent
appreciation.
Plus.
Yeah, Serpent Plus. You gotta buy it.
Serpent Pass.
Hopefully the soldiers are all out on missions or patrols and not gone.
I am trying to keep secret.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Problem?
Ooh, friend drops, holy. Love me some good 50 FPS.
Do you truly have no shame, Amir? No shame at all. What you have done goes beyond disgraceful. It is morbid, disgusting. You should be hanging your head in shame. But instead, here you are, acting like a common fool.
Borhal, calm down. Do not do this here.
How shameful of you to have these outbursts. Oh my, what would poor mother and father think?
You will speak not of mother and father, sloughing bastard. No shame.
You sloughing
no
bastard.
shame at all. What a waste of good life that they worked tirelessly to give you.
Mother and father spat on the ground I walked on. You were their pride and joy. Oh, good, generous Borhal. Always the paragon, the keeper of our family name.
I am disgusted to call you brother. It would be best for all of us if by some miracle you were to drown in one of those bottles of Koza you are so infatuated with.
Ugh, with a brother like you, is it any wonder I am driven to drink?
Speaking of that, I kind of want to crack one, you know?
Pray that the Great Serpent will deliver us from our hardships
Both
soon.
of you. Will you calm down?
You should be addressing the brute here. He is the one making the scene.
I am causing this because you tried to sell mother's
The Great Serpent would not have done this unless truly necessary.
Never in his worst nightmares could I imagine Jinan Barun saw a future like this.
Why did you say that and you were like inside my brain?
The things they expect me to accomplish. Well, look who it is. You
Aye.
have made quite a stir, and given the state of things, that is a singular accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor, Armiger? Well, well. Progress, at last. Then your arrival is even more momentous than I'd believed. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the Scaled Citadel. Until we can get through it, we cannot shut down the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible to get through. We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the barrier, but the project came to a halt. Politics got in the way. Every one
Classic.
of the houses needs to contribute, and everyone realized they could potentially use it for leverage. What should have been a cooperative effort turned contentious. Easy decisions became negotiations. And so, construction never began. We have sat here, staring at this disaster as supplies pile up for well over a week now. Serpent help us, it is infuriating. I don't disagree, but allow me to impart some advice. Most would consider that disloyal, possibly even
heresy.
Heresy. Keep that kind of talk to yourself. I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work. If you're here, the Council has likely sent word to the houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may speed up the process. I appreciate that someone around here is eager to get to work.
Yeah, I need to be able to buy guns, so
House
we need to move it
Fedora owes
along.
us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. House Kadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her.
Are you from House
And
Kazoo?
Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the Speaker, and for House Varun. And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this. I know. I have lost friends and colleagues myself. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of vortex energy. Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties. While they have no use in the development of the morning device, if you find yourself out in the field, I believe they could have more practical applications. The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials. And depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable. I hope you can use that to your advantage. Yes, depending on how much trouble you're getting into. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way.
House Kadik seems to have remained largely unscathed. How fortunate for them.
Alright, let's go help House Kazoo.
House Cuckoo Kachu? A dick!
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I won't risk what we've worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Ah, don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right. I'll be heading back soon enough.
Alright, I'm here to help House
Good
Kazoo.
to see you.
Why were you so happy to see me and you were hating on me earlier? Alright, what's up, Sigourney Weaver?
So, Ekrus has sent our newest armiger to inquire about Sahima. Don't worry, Jamal's already told me all about you. I'm Razma, Elder of House Kadik and head of the Ministry of Conjunction. The Ministry of Conjunction is one of the 3 government branches of our society. We deal in information to ensure the High Council can make educated decisions. Most of our work is highly classified. Even the High Council itself may not be aware of all that we're involved in.
Oh, what can you tell me about Kazoo?
House Kadik is one of the 3 noble houses under House Varun. We've a reputation on being the more moderate of the 3. Not as fervent as House Vithal, and not as passive as House Dolkef. We're also largely associated with the Ministry of Conjunction, since I lead the department. Well, it's also an honor to meet one as interesting as yourself. I wouldn't have suspected an outsider to be made promised. But who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice?
Yeah, when the snake talks, you listen.
Do it.
This is exactly what I was afraid of. Serpent, give me strength. I know the Council is looking to Sahima for answers. But the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the House. They're being held hostage by zealots. And now they're demanding negotiations.
This is a major overreach. I have never known the zealots to be so bold.
You always look like you're gonna cry.
What happened to
Well,
Dazra was
it's called the
cataclysmic
Janeway,
event.
because Captain Janeway always looked
The
like she was
city
going
may
to cry in
seem
every
in
episode.
order now, but those first few days, it was chaos. And the zealots took advantage. Because right now, this situation is a matter for the Ministry of Conjunction. As much as the Council thinks it's their business, it's not. At least not yet. They want Sahima, and we're trying to produce her. The Zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council or even the reinstatement of their house. House Malene. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands.
House Gasoline?
They had a house. House Malene was abandoned a long time ago. But there are some who'd want to see it reinstated. House Malene was fully dedicated to Jandar Varun. They objected when his brother, Jarek, was chosen to take over as leader. They knew he would bring an end to the Serpent's crusade. It's why they abandoned their house and became the zealots you know today. to continue what they believe is Jinan and Jandar's work. Jinan Varun had twin sons, Jarek and Jandar. Jandar fully supported the Serpent's crusade, and to many in House Malene, was the best suited to take over for his father. Agreed. Which is why I'm hoping you can help. I need you to find the hostages. Bring them home, so the Zealots have nothing to leverage, and Zahima can work with the High Council. Normally, I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action. And that's where the issue lies. I don't know where the Zealots are keeping Zahima, but I have a good idea who does. Their name is Merrick.
Merrick?
Merrick is a Kadik.
Like the guy from KOTOR 2?
They also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated. It's not the family name that complicates matters here. As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now. On my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit. As long as no physical harm comes to them.
Understood.
Merrick is proud of what they've accomplished, so I doubt they'll give up information easily. If being persuasive isn't your strong suit, perhaps appealing to their substantial ego may help. If you can stomach it. Just don't be direct. I'm sure it would put them on the defensive. Either that, or make them completely unwilling to talk. See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
Alright, I know how to get him talking. Oh.
When the snake talks, you listen!
That's a good line. The 2023 saves. Like, it's been literally a year, almost. Is a train coming? What's that?
You're no member of House Kadik. What are you doing here?
Hey, I need to know.
Oh, so you're the heretic turned armiger who thinks they're one of us now. So tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me? Oh, I certainly don't. I may have many talents, but mind reading isn't one of them. After all I've done. I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Razma where Sahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here. Well, I am one of the few to garner any amount of trust with the Zealots, so she should be. I can't imagine where the Ministry of Conjunction would be without me. It's hardly work if it comes naturally. It's nice to see I'm being properly recognized. I may excel in my skills, but it doesn't mean the hours I put in are any less. Exactly. There's still research, analysis, documentation. Too much documentation, if you ask me. But altogether, I have the exact talents needed to do this job, which is why I was entrusted with the Zealots in the first place. I admit it hasn't always been easy. They are Zealots, you know. Some days, it takes everything.
This is fucking...
I can't even tell you how much time and effort it's been to sway the Zealots my way. Not to mention the stress over my own personal well-being. I may be the best at what I do, but I'm not stupid. The Zealots do have the element of unpredictability. I had a feeling this conversation was going to take a turn. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots. And like I've told Razma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me. Sahima isn't just being held hostage, they're putting her to work. The Zealots aren't stupid. They know what Sahima was involved in, and if they can beat us to that tech, they're going to try. As much as I'd like to help you, I don't think so. But they could be exactly what gets us Sahima back. Well, it is the biggest variable. I'm aware of the risks.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
AK-47. Hey, you got a giant dick. It's crazy.
You're no member of how. And you are? Ah, the heretic turned promised. I was wondering when our paths would cross. So,
I'm not even gonna look at you anymore.
What would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me? Oh, I certainly... After all I've done, I guess this means the... And if you're here, I see what's going... Well, I am one of the few to go... I can't imagine where... It's hardly work if... It's nice to... Exactly. But altogether, I admit it hasn't... You have no idea. I can't even tell you how much time and effort it's been to sway the Zealots my way. Not to mention the stress over my own. I may be the best at what I do, but I was wondering. I've worked hard to, and like I've told, so.
God damn it.
Sahima isn't. The Zealots aren't. As much as I'd like to help you, I think I've considered them enough. I suppose that's a possibility. When you put it that way. All right, I'll let you in on their location. But remember, you're the only one that knows. If word spreads, I'll know exactly who's to blame. The location you're looking for is Shadow Station Epsilon. It's an old Varun base that they've taken over for themselves. Rosma will know it. Let her tell you the details, seeing as how I'm about to be reassigned. It better.
I can't believe this is happening. You must have gotten the location. Ah, yes, the old Varun military outpost. It's a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade. If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates. The Shadow Stations were established during the Serpent's Crusade. A series of secret military installations that few knew about, and even fewer may remember. The idea was to have isolated centers focused on different aspects of furthering the Crusade. This way, if one fell, it wouldn't endanger the others. The sooner the better.
We will do whatever
Whoa.
is necessary to bring Sahima and the others back safely.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations.
Even she
I
was staring
expect
up
them to
like,
be
whoa, wait.
pliable after their last encounter with you. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe. I see you have a grasp on how these types of negotiations work. I'll stall the Zealots as long as I can, which shouldn't be an issue. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly. Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long.
Armiger, a word before you go. Tell me, Armiger.
You look like a Destiny character.
What do you know about the Zealots? An oversimplified observation, but correct nonetheless. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots? I'm glad to see you're well-versed in humanity. Rasma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of Zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Rasma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence.
I would argue that what you describe would be considered treason. And rightly so.
Yes, I'll get to that momentarily. As a member, I can say it certainly is not. House Kadik already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots. But the truth is far worse. Razma wants the Zealots to back House Kadik, so the balance of power between the noble houses would shift to us. She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade. Razma would believe they want to reintegrate or even reestablish House Malene, and she's a fool for it. The Zealots want nothing but the means to carry out their war. Credits, weapons, and ships. And these very supplies would be used to harm not only your people, but our own as well.
You falling asleep over there?
Yes. This is so boring. Politics. Blah, blah, blah,
The council
politics.
knows
I like
nothing
this
of her
stuff.
work with the Zealots,
Because the
and I
shooting
aim
in
to
this game
keep it that
sucks.
way. All elders have their own ambitions. I'm certain that's all they see. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel.
I like
The
the
aftermath
combat. I
is
just
what allowed the
dislike
Zealots
the
to
fact
grab
that nobody
Sahina and the
gives.
others, flipping the balance
Everybody
of power in their
crumples.
favor. Razma has lost control and is putting House Kadik's reputation and power at risk. And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House Kadik shouldn't be associating with Zealots at all, except on an extermination level. But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind. We need to cut ties with the Zealots altogether.
Take away their 1911s.
One would think it's common sense. I want you to put an end to any connections between House Kadik and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive, Razma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
House Kadik would go to any lengths, it seems.
What we need is Sahima's research, which she has with her. You just need to bring it back.
Oof. Oof. I am a bounty hunter.
I knew you'd be reasonable, Armiger.
I'm sorry, Andreja.
You'll receive payment when your work is complete. As you may have guessed, we can't afford any loose ends, and you'll need a cover story for Razma. When you arrived, the Zealots had already killed the hostages, so you exacted revenge in House Kadik's name. See that you do. I look forward to seeing you at the negotiations.
I'm sorry. I need money.
Armiger.
What's that?
A lot of articles that I've noticed pop up on my phone, articles about asteroids, and every article says, asteroids heading towards Earth right now, and then you click the button, it's like, they will pass by safely.
Yep, got you to click on it, didn't it? How far are we talking? I'm gonna go back and try and go to that bar, sell stuff.
GTA 5 is getting a zombie apocalypse DLC. Huh. After PS5 update dropped, ads all over the home screen. Dev says it's just a new bug.
I'm sure.
Armature?
Wow.
No loitering. What do you want?
Oh God.
I do not waste people's time. If you need my goods, you will buy them. If not, you will leave. I do not know what to make of your arrival here. You may have convinced the others, but I'm not entirely sure you are not a foe. However, your credits are worth as much as anyone else's. I will trade with you, but I have no interest in being your friend. Now, what do you want? Buy what you need.
Oh, there's a poll or something, a survey going around with Capcom, and they're asking, what series do you want to get a remaster of? Options: Dino Crisis, Lost Planet, Devil May Cry, Power Stone, Resident Evil, Onimusha, Darkstalkers, or Okami. Everybody's gonna pick Dino Crisis.
Yup.
Fucking remake that.
Why do you just have all this basic crap?
Already have enough to worry about without an interloper. No, you will always be the last thing the city needs is to... I am disappointed.
We're officially a Star Wars planet
Get
now.
going, will you?
We have 2 moons.
Yeah, I knew about that.
We're officially a Star Wars planet now. All we need is a second sun.
But our sins
You
really
can tell how
suffer.
interested I am
I got you your favorite
in the Great Serpent.
just the way you like.
Can I get you anything? Some cozy? This is what I have.
Why are you all poor?
They don't have money enough. They don't have enough money for enough money for their gods.
We lost a lot of good people to the vortex.
There was never a time when I was old enough to be allowed to drink alcohol here.
Perhaps it is not so where you are from, but be the man law and order here.
Why are you guys just standing here?
Hi, how are you?
Why do you have names?
There's nothing to do. Hi, I'm Mila. I'm Avali.
And I'm Alana. We're bored. Bored!
Yeah, and our parents won't play with us. I mean, Alana and I's parents. Mila doesn't have parents anymore.
Ivali?
Oh, sorry, Mila. It's okay, really. I've been trying to keep these two entertained, but I guess I'm not doing the best job. Would you like to play a game of hide and seek with us? Please, please! It's no fun playing with just these two. They always pick the same places to hide. Great! How fun! Now, just wait here a bit so we have a chance to hide. Count down from 10 or something. Ha! You'll never find us!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll find these motherfuckers.
Conduct yourself properly.
All this waiting around. All I am saying is that I am not pleased with the outside.
That was quite a leap.
It is difficult to imagine.
Who are you
Dazra
people that are
recovering
just
from
sitting on
this.
their own?
With the outsiders, we must rebuild Dazra to its former glory.
It is comforting to see that at least some places can maintain a degree of normalcy.
What about this talk of missing supplies? I would think the conversation starts there. Hmm?
I apologize, but with the cataclysm, the investigation has been slow going.
How convenient.
You're putting the growth before the hordes! The issue is not the supplies, it's the workforce! This may sound rude, but if we could reunite with some of the exiles from House Malene...
Careful, Envoy. It means nothing if those who lend a hand are holding a knife.
Not to mention, they're completely sloughing mad. What? Too soon? It's only been about 50 years.
For now, let me see what I can find out regarding the missing supplies. It's possible they were lost in the tragedy along with everything else, but I don't know for sure. Once that is sorted, we can revisit this debate.
Of course.
Meat house.
Anthony Rada at the halls of healing may be able to assist you.
I hope things go back to normal soon.
Whoa.
Hungry for growth, eh? Aha! It's you! Welcome, welcome. If you're looking to stave off hunger, you will find no better place. We serve high-quality growth, freshly slaughtered.
Seems like my kind of place.
This seems like your kind of place. Aha, yes, friend. This is the place. Now, just enjoy yourself. If you need something, holler.
Ah!
And I do mean holler.
Ah!
Well, I'm not buying anything, sir. I'm here to sell. Hope you like guns. Oh, thanks. See ya.
Come back another time.
I will take every person on this planet's money.
Oh, hi.
Hi, child.
Guess what she tells me?
Remember this.
She tells me there is somebody else.
Oh my god.
When you are older, you will get your tattoos like me.
They are so pretty. I cannot wait. I want tattoos just like yours.
When you are older, you can get them. I think they will suit you better than me.
Does it hurt when you get them?
It is uncomfortable, but it is not as bad as you think. And you are stronger than I am, so it should not bother you at all.
Quest, get tattoos.
I
Mother
have
tells
not
me
seen
not
my
to
sister
worry,
in days.
but she
Great
seems so
Serpent,
sad.
I pray nothing has happened to her.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome. Welcome to the Alteration Clinic, where you can change your look to change your life. I am not allowed to call it that, but where you are from, that is what you would call a shop like mine. Even those in Dazra are surprised. The shop was set up by my father not so long ago, after he came to acquire the machine. The Alteration Clinic is still a novelty to a lot of people here. I must admit, I am excited that you've stopped by. Maybe a customer from the settled systems can add an air of legitimacy to my little operation here. The machine is perfectly safe, I promise.
I need to get a cool tattoo because I'm part of the squad now. That was so many confirmation things.
You need to make sure you really want this.
Great Serpent keep you.
Wom, wom, wom. Hey, do you got money?
Leave me alone.
Okay.
I'm retired. Working. Uh-huh.
Do you not have business with Husky?
A hospital is not an ideal location to execute trades, especially given the needs of the medical staff. After the cataclysm, resources have been pulled from other departments to reach specific goals.
You guys got a unique voice actor.
We are stretched razor thin as it is.
Are a herald, are you not? Is it not your job to help those in need? Why will you not help my family, my children?
We have examined your children and found that they were not in immediate need of treatment. Other patients are in more dire circumstances and require assistance.
So you will not help my children unless they are dying? This is preposterous. They are sick and suffering!
I do not like it any more than you do, but that is exactly what I am saying. Your children will be fine if the Great Serpent wills it.
You! Damn you! Damn you all!
See, I would like to be like here,
Armiger.
but no.
Serpent's Grace, are you a new volunteer? I was told you'd be coming yesterday. Or was it today? By Jinan. What day even is it? Already? By the Herald, you're right. Which means time is at a premium. My name is Vasilis. I am a Herald's assistant. Or I was, until the cataclysm took out much of the city and half of the people with it. Now I'm part healer, caretaker, warrior. The list goes on and on. I would gladly take a fire over what's happened to our city. You don't need Jinan's sight to see things are bad. No, bad is the wrong word. What happened here was tectonic. And while the wounded are being tended to, I'm most concerned with those in the city who haven't sought help. What we need is for people to check in on the elderly and the infirm. Oh, then it seems the Great Serpent has brought you here for a reason. I would like you to start with Regan Ueda. His home is not too far from here, near the Halls of Obedience. I need two things. One, see if he's okay, and two, make sure he's taking his medicine. Plus, it will be good for him to see a friendly face, to give his spirits a lift. About that. So, I was on the fast track to be a herald once upon a time. Emphasis on the was. Turns out I'm a bit squeamish when it comes to blood and viscera. So for now, if you're hurt, talk to Hantan Irara. She's far more qualified. That's not to say I won't be capable someday. It's my dream, after all, to become a herald. But one cannot serve the house without first carving the dagger. It's to help with his memory. It's a bit scattered already. And he has trouble remembering where he left things. I've heard stories that he's taken to hoarding. That doesn't sound good. But maybe it'll help him keep his mind busy. Just trying to think of the bright side. Short as that may be around here. He's long in the tooth and a tad absent-minded. So, don't worry about distracting him. He'll do that all on his own. Under normal circumstances? Yes. Under these circumstances, the concept of overworked doesn't exist. Jinan, guide your steps.
Our situation here is quite dire.
Oh, it's you. Let me make one thing very clear. You will receive no preferential treatment. No free treatments, no free supplies. We barely have enough as it is. Good. Please understand, I have not been myself lately. You found me at a bad moment. The stress of everything is becoming overwhelming, but that is no excuse to act like I just did. I apologize.
Keep the attitude in check next time.
No.
Apology accepted. Hantan Inarara. Choke her out. Force choke.
Deflated? But morale really has no place in the halls of healing. My healers are exhausted, frustrated, hungry, even scared. Yet they carry on. It is what is expected of us all. We suffer so others may survive. I had little choice in the matter, as everyone in my family has been in this profession. As soon as I came of working age, my father would set me
She's an
beside
eyebrow
him and
cut.
have me aid his procedures. I am unsure. I think about that at times. Did I become a healer just to appease my father? Should I have pushed back and traveled another path in life? Well, I must stop ruminating. This type of talk is inappropriate around patients.
Have all the supplies been inventoried?
Yes. Exhausted, drained, hopeless. I am not sure what brought this disaster
I hope you like
upon
buying
us, whether it
guns.
was the Great Serpent's wrath, or a horrible accident, or something else. But what I do know is that these people who are suffering, they did not deserve any of this.
Will provide. But on his own time, it seems.
I do not believe your optimism is warranted, frankly, but I will admit it is a nice change of pace. I hope you are right. But for now, it is hard for me to believe that we will ever crawl out of this hole. Try not to get too greedy.
Greedy me? Never. I could walk.
If you'll excuse me then. Apologies, but I need to prepare to treat a patient.
They only had
Just
1,500
trying
on
to
them.
survive one day.
These people poor. They can't afford their god.
The requests for aid and supplies never cease. Thank you for stopping to talk to me. My name is Lijana Dulkev. Normally, I would ask how I can help you, but under the circumstances, I am the one who needs help. I oversee the delivery of goods to those living outside the city. Unfortunately, I lost one of my couriers to the recent catastrophe. I have sought a replacement, but extra hands are in desperately short supply. I appreciate your sympathy. I wouldn't normally seek help from someone I don't know. However, I am not above admitting my situation. The truth is, this is about more than just a business transaction. It is very important to me that someone makes these deliveries as soon as possible. The delay has been too long already. If the situation is not resolved soon, the people will begin to lose faith in us. I cannot allow that. It is my duty to uphold our high standards. Time is wasting, so I will get to the point. I would like you to be my new courier.
Courier?
Our deliveries are paid upon arrival. You can keep the payments for yourself.
As long as I don't get shot in the
Ministry of
head.
Commerce has a sterling reputation, and it is my duty to uphold it, no matter the cost.
I think that we should help her. Those supplies might be important, perhaps even vital.
I didn't
They are
ask.
Indeed, and our customers have been waiting far too long to receive them. Please tell me that you will accept.
Absolutely
Don't
not. Get
force me
fucked.
to beg on my knees where all can see. Well spoken, and very true. In so doing, you can take pride in knowing you have made a contribution to a noble lineage. Here are the packages. One is for Alikja Dalka, who you can find at a nearby growth farm.
Alikja Dalka? I
Another
barely
is for
know her.
Ferran Nostal, who is working on some repairs at Hamati Station. The last is for Lazim Balian, who can be found at the shrine to the north of the city. May the Great Serpent grant you swift and safe travels.
When the serpent speaks, you gotta listen.
Holy.
Excuse me, Armature. Can I have a word?
Wait, I just what?
You know what they should have added? A skateboard. Just skate through town. Little delivery mini game.
Whoa!
Welcome. It's always good to have a visitor. Hello there. I don't know your face. Are you lost? Oh, so Ligiana finally found a replacement courier then. That's good news. She sounded nearly desperate in her last message. Well, friendly delivery person, I'll be your friendly package recipient. It's very sad what happened to the previous courier. His name was Shamid. He was a radiant soul, full of life and joy and dreams.
Is he
All
full
of
of
it
bullets
stolen
now?
away in the blink of an eye to hear it told. Oh, of course, I have never questioned it. Even so, the pain of loss is still there, like a cold blade through my heart. That pain will fade in time. Oh, good. It's definitely the right package then. I spent a small fortune on these spices. They're some of the rarest we have, as well as the most pungent. Cooking is my great joy, and the proper use
God,
of seasonings
you were saying
is the
cocaine is
most
my great
important.
joy.
Thank you for this. Oh, here's the payment. Farewell to you, stranger.
Cocaine is my great joy.
Look at this handcrafted area, and it feels nice to run around it, and it's not just all fucking remade.
It's almost as if this should have been the whole game.
Yeah.
Handcrafted planets.
They could have did 10 planets and called it a day. My frame's 37. Huh? Holy 1911.
Yeah. Two world wars.
Hey, go burp. And I'm overweight again. Ammo doesn't weigh anything in this game, right? Yeah, ammo weight off. Can't see because your name.
Dinner takes all these difference, is it not?
That's unfortunate. How far is this fucking guy?
They gave you cars for a reason.
Birds. Potato. This is such like a Fallout thing to find.
Hope wherever you store that the smell will not be an issue.
Mainly.
What better place to contemplate the nature of the great serpent and his works? Welcome, my friend. Are not the beauty and majesty of nature truly splendid? There is serenity here that cannot be found in the city. It is the ideal place to contemplate the secrets and mysteries of the cosmos. A kindred spirit, then. Wonderful. Let us share a brief meditation in celebration of this meeting. Now close your eyes and breathe in deeply. Be calm. Do you feel that? It is the presence of the great serpent, omnipotent and all-seeing.
When the snake
Such
speaks, you
divine
listen.
communion purifies us and makes us strong.
I wish I just had that
You may
as an option
think
on every
this is a
thing I
chance
could say.
meeting, but I know the truth. The great serpent has a plan for us all, my friend. And this encounter is a part of it. So Ligiana has at last found a new courier. great serpent be praised. This package of dried and salted goat's meat will sustain me in my contemplations. So captivated am I by the serpent's mysteries, I sometimes go days without remembering to eat. I know it's customary to pay upon receipt.
The Great Serpent is just
Let me
Rykard
pose you this
in Elden
question.
Ring.
If we carry out the will of the Great Serpent, is that not the greatest reward of all? Compared to such divine favor, the worth of a few credits is a mere pittance. I see. Far be it from me to deny the will of the Great Serpent. I wonder what else he has told you, and why he has chosen you to hear his divine voice. Questions for another day, perhaps. For now, here is your payment.
Shut up, give him my money. The serpent says so, and when the serpent speaks, you need to listen.
No. Do I have drugs that give me more carry weight? Is that a thing in this game? I don't remember.
Did you just call down a car?
I think you have to get it from your house. Or from your ship. +6 carry capacity. More than that. He's not weighing anything?
You can move now.
Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom.
This entire time I've been watching, I've just been laying down in my chair in such a way that my neck is cricked up and my back is laying on the cushion I sit on. I'm breaking my back because I just don't have the strength to sit up normally. This is so boring. I didn't realize how boring it was to just watch and not do something with my hands. So I've been kind of like twiddling my thumbs, playing with paper towel. Like I rip off a chunk of the paper towel and I play with it. I really want to be doing something other than doing nothing. I also miss playing Fallout New Vegas. I'm sad the playthrough is over. That was a good playthrough. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'm so tired. Boop, 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 boop.
And I
Hoop.
acquired a Jack and
Dip.
Can I buy stuff here yet?
Oh, you do not have approval to trade with me.
Yeah. Beetle boo boo. Holy frames.
Shouldn't graphics cards fans be moving when it's not in service?
It depends. If you're not doing anything, it doesn't. CPU stuff, unless you're doing like Chrome doesn't make your graphics card turn on, for example.
Cause it's sitting there without the fans moving, so.
Yeah, it's because you're not doing it.
For New Vegas, after 7 hours, didn't crash my machine. It's got to be First Descendant.
I have work to do. Thought you'd catch me unaware, did you? Thought I'd be easy prey? Unless you want a hole in the middle of your chest, you'd better turn around and start walking.
Take it easy, sweetheart.
I suppose that's true. I was distracted and didn't hear you coming. You had me at your mercy, but you didn't strike. There's no end of trouble
Shove the
out here,
shotgun up
Lee.
my ass.
You've got pirates and spacers circling like vultures looking for easy pickings. And that's to say nothing of those fanatics.
Not the fanatics.
Has the Great Serpent abandoned us? I don't know. Perhaps. I know the courier well, and you're not him. Tell me the name of the person who sent you, and prove that you are not a liar. Fine, so you're telling the truth.
Fine.
I won't
You're so
apologize
sad.
for my manner. Trust does not come easily for me in these dark days. That, and the constant pain in my back makes me poor company. I know. I fix machines because they don't try to start a conversation. I prefer the quiet. But now, at last, my medicine has arrived. The Serpent knows I've gone too long without it. No doubt he hears my loud swearing when I struggle to get out of my bed every morning. I needed it.
The
many
nukes are
days
going
ago,
off.
Yeah, what was that?
but that is not your fault.
Why is that not letting me select?
Visible ripples in space-time. Wind chime.
Greatest enemy. I assume there's no way to like call my car to me. Doesn't look like. I think you literally have to get it like off the landing pad.
It will always spawn near the ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe trying to take a little too much on.
I don't want to hear it.
Literally.
Huh? So am I gonna save these people or am I not gonna kill them? One. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Am I gonna save these people or kill them?
Aren't we here to save them?
Yeah, but I took them. I was gonna say, give me money and I'll kill them.
I don't know. It's whatever you want to do. Live with your consequences.
Like, I don't have to kill them. Num num num. Delicioso. Keep way. You don't do that around here.
You died.
a lot of guys in there. Be slicing some pies here real quick.
Take what you must. Leave the rest for the scavengers.
This thing's so inaccurate.
I cannot wait.
One step closer.
The time for the zealots is here. We have successfully captured their scientist, Kadek, and put her to work. She will open the doorway to the Great Serpent, and we will be the first to bask in his presence. When the serpent speaks, you listen. The traitorous house Varun will soon grovel at our feet, and we will make all the settled systems penitent under the Great Serpent's direct gaze.
How's that working out? Why is this one so hard?
Nice altar.
Hello, friends. Remember this thing?
Nothing there. Shit.
You have to get me out of here.
Oh.
Who are you? Serpent's Grace, I knew it! I knew she wouldn't just leave us here to rot. It's more than just me. There are others. The Zealots have been using them to force me to continue my research here. They think I have all the answers since the original experiment was a catastrophic failure.
The Zealots were wise in their tactics. Up until now.
So my theory is correct. Or I should say, the High Council now believes my theory, the better theory, is correct. I knew it! I told them their algorithms and insufficient testing were only giving me
Andrea
an
will
illusion
strongly
of
disapprove of
stability.
killing her and may
But
even end up
no,
hating you.
No one wants to listen to me. Not the girl who put people twice my age to shame when it came to assessments. Of course. This is what it would take for Razma to send someone after me.
And you get a gun for helping her.
Negotiations? Oh, right. I'd almost forgotten. I overheard the Zealots mention negotiating with House Kadik, so the motivations are clear. Not only does the High Council deem me important, but Razma needs to remove me from the equation. I get it. But at least now everyone knows I was right. With pleasure, but I won't leave without the others. The Zealots aren't aware of how I've been delving into their systems here. I told them I needed full access if they expect me to replicate the Nazco's experiment, and I didn't even bother with risk assessment. They think I'm applying my theories to their poor excuse for technology down here. Granted, I could probably make it work if I had to. Well, yes and no. The other hostages are being kept just beyond this room. I can disengage the locks to their cell and grant you access to an elevator in the room beyond that will take them to safety. You just have to clear out that area first, and the Zealots down there are... different.
I thought it said is.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere yet. While you get the rescue underway, I'm going to set up certain guarantees here. I'll meet you and the others outside. And a well-thought-out one at that. I just need enough time to set up a remote device so I can launch a virus that will render this place useless. Think of it as a failsafe to guarantee our safety. The Zealots would never risk this base or their ships. Good. I'll see you outside.
There we go. Standing up, watching This is going to assure that I don't fall asleep. Or I'm going to fall over standing up. Either one. All right, let's go. Thank God for standing microphones.
Before we got discovered.
Sandwich.
Let's take this ship and I'll eat it. I've been watching Death Note.
Those guns suck. He's tripped.
Oh, they have a mod for Skyrim called Maximum Carnage that makes dismemberment a thing.
It wasn't
Like
in Skyrim?
Well, there was a specific perk you needed to pick, and then it would only be for a kill cam on the final guy, maybe, I think. But this is now the way to you can slash off an arm while the guy's still alive.
I don't want to... Oh, he's still alive.
They're like, oh, maybe they could make one for Starfield.
This is not just gonna be another thing for the robots. Redeemed.
Ads. What are you, an MMO villain? This is a raid? Raid boss?
Profit is never necessarily the aim, but...
Goat milk.
Serpent, what? Has help finally
Who are you?
arrived?
Who are
You
you?
aren't a zealot. Who are you? The Great Serpent is merciful. And Tahima? Did you find her yet? I wish it were that easy. The Zealots separated us. Our brethren are still out there. Please, I can ready my people here, but you'll have to deal with the Zealots and rescue the others so we may all escape safely. We'll be ready.
Salutations.
This is boss fountain.
Level 60. Crab walk.
I see I'm gonna have to deal with you close range.
Are you prepared to die? Perhaps not the wisest decision.
Why is my power not working? What? No. My dad decided to talk to me about VR randomly. A quest.
Great Serpent, protect me. The Great Serpent has heard me. Thank you.
I guess I would have had a shooter right there.
I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
When the serpent talks, you listen, Andreja.
It's simple.
An interesting find, shall we?
The Great Serpent was truly watching over us.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't thank you enough for saving us.
My prayers have been answered.
Did I not save everyone in there?
We owe you our lives.
I just want to go home.
By the serpent, you did it.
Bugged.
Serpents. Thank the serpent. I thought I was done for.
Today, Miel introduced us to a newest weapon against the heretics. They are called the Redeemed. It means to see how they live up to the name. Truly redeemed are a weapon, a force to be reckoned with, but it's such a fate of one great honor or punishment. They fight and speak with a fervor we share, but while ours comes from a place of passion and conviction, theirs comes from somewhere primal. Both all they know and all they have.
You did it. You got everyone out.
You did it. I did not.
You did it. It's true what they say. The air really does smell fresher.
Serpent bless you. We owe you our lives. Thank you.
Now, it's time for you to head back. I'm going to stay back a moment and make sure everyone here is okay to make it back safely. I'll catch up with you shortly. Just let me know where the negotiations are taking place. Don't worry. Razma came through for me. It's only fair I return the favor. I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
These members of your house have suffered. I can respect your decision.
The Great Serpent was truly watching over us.
There is no serpent, only me.
Oh.
The blood aurora in our this time and place, this part of the galaxy.
I have to run back, don't I?
Walking back at slow speed. Travel to the purple planet.
I'm not allowed up.
Is your intent to be unreasonable the whole time? I thought this was a negotiation.
We're having a friendly chat, aren't we? It's not my fault you don't find my offers acceptable.
Nah, just the person I wanted to see. Please tell me you bring good news. Exactly what I wanted to hear.
Razma, who is this? You allow any commoner to just waltz in on official business. I'd expect better security from House Kadik.
This is hardly official business.
Yes. And now these so-called negotiations are over.
Over? You'd risk everything after the whispers of a stranger. I demand to know who this is. You think I care about Anasco Varun, son of a traitor? Only a complete fool would expect me to believe this.
It's true, Mihail. And if you don't leave now, peacefully, I'll make sure your ships and Shadow Station Epsilon are made dust.
You... How did you... You're bluffing.
Test me. You think a genius mind like mine wouldn't find a way to hack into every system in your base? This remote device will launch a virus that will detonate systems within Epsilon, and reach your ships as well.
You realize how this may affect future partnerships, Razma. You'd jeopardize our connections.
It jeopardizes nothing. It merely restores the natural order.
The natural order. I could take you all out here and now. You know every one of us is prepared to answer the Serpent's call.
You're so willing to sacrifice your allies at Shadow Station Epsilon?
You don't think they're as prepared as we are? We all answer the call, and if that day is today, so be it. Let's get this over with.
Great Serpent, please accept this offering on our behalf.
I suppose I should have expected this. Negotiating with zealots. House Kadik is in your debt.
As am I. I owe you my life.
Sahima, you are a part of this house.
I know. I just wanted to say thank you. Personally. And here, it's the research and algorithm the High Council wants. I'm sure they'll appreciate it more coming from you. I'm going back to check on the others, but maybe come find me when you're done. Great. You can find me at the Great House whenever you get the chance.
We'll talk later, Sahima. As I was saying, House Kadik is in your debt. You've helped me maintain a very precarious balance. And one day it will. But until then, they're a necessary evil. One that we'll be keeping a much closer eye on. I'd appreciate it if you kept this a secret. A fair price to pay for silence. The others involved know better than to speak of this. As much as it disappoints me, I can't say I'm surprised. Jamal's never cared for our view with the Zealots. And she has no love for those taken. But this is what makes her an excellent mediary. I know so. And wouldn't expect an outsider, promised or not, to understand. Now, I have much to do, and so do you. Ekris and the High Council will be expecting you.
I'm sure I echo Rasma's sentiment when I say this business stays between us. Your actions today were very telling, Armiger. I misjudged your compassion for the people of the settled systems. But we need not speak further of this. What's done is done. And you have Rasma's gratitude, if not mine. Great Serpent keep you.
What are you doing?
Remember to find me later. Don't let all the politics keep you.
I started running.
Ugh.
That's when we started to RP walk across the whole map. Excuse me. Surely I can buy and sell guns now. FPS.
I see no difference because I'm always on 30 FPS.
You do not. Apologies, but you're not clear to purchase from
But why?
You do not understand. I saw a Nasco, took measure of his burdens.
What you are describing is a dream, nothing more.
Not a dream. A message from the Great Serpent himself.
With all due respect to your craft, dear sister, now is not the time for incense and ash leaves. Or do you not see the depth of the crater before you?
On the contrary, brother. I see it for what it truly is. And if we ignore this vision, Anasco will be lost to us forever.
Enough with the proselytizing. The Armiger has returned. Ah, were you able to find Sahima? Perfect. I have no doubt Sahima's work is the key to stabilizing the mourning device. If only the others had listened to her, we may not have lost so much of our great city. This leaves houses Dul Kef and Fathol.
Politics can wait. Every moment we delay, Anasco descends further into the void.
For the last time, faith will not remove the barrier. Science will.
It is the hubris of science that failed you in this moment. We reached out to the Great Serpent. This is his reply.
You claim he has forsaken us?
I do no such thing. The Great Serpent's reply is not an answer, but a question. Are we worthy of his grace? Until that is proven, your works will not succeed. It is fine to question. The truth will be revealed in time. But the proof is not in our words. It is in the vision. Anasco's presence still persists in this world, and he seeks our aid.
Fine. I feel like I've lived this argument 1,000 times, and the only way to move past it is to concede to its nonsense. Armiger, speak to my sister. Agree to her fool's errand, so that we may continue the work of saving this city.
What an honor it was to aid you on your path to become one of the promised. I have seen visions of Anasco, searching for one bold enough to enter the heart of the vortex. And now that you are here, I know your arrival was no
your whole head in the
accident,
vortex.
but rather providence. Well put. The Great Serpent's works are imperceptible, even to heralds like myself. But rest assured, all will be revealed when you journey north. At the edge of the crater, you will find a cave carved by the anomaly. There, you will make contact with a Nazco Varun. It is as the Great Serpent foretold. In my visions, I witnessed two futures. In the first, you breached the scaled citadel, but found Anasco had sunk too far into the void. And in time, all of Dazra was consumed along with him. Indeed, but there is another path. In the second future, I saw you make contact with Anasco, entering a cave through a formless wall. At its terminus was a gate, a path into the realm where our speaker resides. You stepped into this void, and in that moment, something changed. The false future rewritten.
Roughly speaking, it could be that entering the vortex directly would allow you to speak with him. And while my readings do not show any anomalous activity, I admit there's a lot of interference. Still, that only emphasizes the potential danger involved here. I cannot approve of such an excursion on the minute chance Anasco is present. I am no heretic, but to risk so much on a vision, it is a leap of faith I cannot condone. I will not stand in your way, however, as Inaza has stood in ours.
You may not realize it now, dear brother, but our goals are one and the same. Then you must embark to the northern edge of the crater. You will find an entrance there, one that has no form. Step through it, find Anasco, and complete the vision. Only then will his voice be heard.
Do I want to run all the way over there? House. Buy a house here. Hey. No.
Then, in the year 2240, House Varun went to war with the settled systems. In what has come to be known as the Serpent's Crusade.
Did we win?
Well, the settled systems think they did.
Why did we fight them again?
Jinan Varun believed that he was tasked by the Great Serpent to claim dominion over the galaxy. The Serpent's Crusade was an attempt to make that a reality.
What do you think of the Serpent's Crusade?
What do I think of it?
Yeah. Do you think it was...
Yes, child. I know what they meant. And my answer is this. If Jinan Varun decided that the Crusade was necessary, then it was. The Great Serpent told him to do it after all, and we do not question the Great Serpent.
Do you think we'll all be okay?
Yes.
Can I settle the spaceport guy? Do they have one?
I need a drink. I saw one of those things. Phantom.
Great goods for a great price. I was hoping you would eventually stumble into my shop. Welcome. That's an understatement. It's rare that an off-worlder finds their way to Dazra. But not just any off-worlder. One that's able to speak with a Nazca Varun himself, which in the eyes of the citizens of Dazra moves you up from the suspiciously curious category to the dangerously unique one. Which reminds me, here I am prattling on about you when I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Nalada Brady. Forgive me for not
Brady
starting
Bunch.
a conversation that way. I've been a bit distracted of late. My brother Qasim has been missing for days. I'm beginning to worry that something terrible has happened to him. Yes, thank you. But my problems need not burden you. If you want to take a look at what my shop has to offer, well, you let me know. I hope you find some... come in, come in. Really? You do that for me? Oh, you truly are a gift from the Great Serpent. I knew he hadn't forsaken us. Oh yes, of course. The last time I heard from Kwasim, he was headed out to the Deep Gorge refinery to assess if it could be reopened. He never came back that evening. I've been worried sick. You know, now that you mention it, someone in the city said that they felt tremors near that area. Just please be careful. That old refinery has been abandoned for years, and there's no telling what might be choosing to call the facility its home. Now, is there anything you might need for your journey? Anything I can do to help?
I guess I'll call it a day. 4 hours. Tis interesting stuff. Tis interesting stuff. I'm enjoying.
My father has been gone for a while.
Something for personal use or for sale?
Do you need something?
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. I will be on next time / tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this. But as always, my friends,